Hey guys, Aaron here. Okay, we're just going to do a bit of a run through on how to set up your Bing campaigns. Now this can be done for pretty much anything. The example I'm going to be using today is a funnel we're going to set up for Digital Altitude. Now if you're in my Digital Altitude or Exodus team, you'll get access to the winning keywords, the ad copy, everything you need to do. For this tutorial I'm just going to go through and run through a basic setup. I will give you access to some keywords, but they're not the optimized ones. As I said, once you're joined into my team, I'm going to give you links. I'm going to give you everything that you need to set up that campaign, and there'll also be a one-time fee for a full done-for-you system. If you want me to go in there and spend a couple of hours just building out the whole system for you, literally all you'll then have to do is just to check the results, and watch the commission start to roll in. Okay, so you should by now have your ClickMagick set up. You should also have your ClickFunnels account set up, your GetResponse account set up, and also your Bing's ad campaign set up. Now, just for purposes of this video, I've actually set up a few new campaigns, a few new accounts, so I can run through and show you from the very start how to do it. Now, below this video, you'll have the links for the funnels and all those sorts of things. Okay, so with my funnel, we'll just click on this, we'll go through here. Okay, so this is the Digital Altitude funnel that I've set up. It's a 4-page funnel, which converts the best on make money online and work from home sort of traffic when you're on Bing. So you'll have access to this. Literally all you have to do through this whole thing is you'll just have to go to step 4, which is the thank you page, and you just have to go to edit and just change your links. So once you've copied the funnel over, which, as I said, you will have the link for already, if you don't, reach out to me on Facebook or email. All the details will be below this video anyway, so we can get that sorted for you ASAP. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll just go to step 4, you come into edit page. Okay, so the only things you need to change on this will be your tracking code here, which is just here, and you also need to check your redirect link. Now what we do is through Bing, we'll run traffic to a tracking link, which is ClickMagick. That then will come to this page. They will go through the page. At the end of it, they'll be redirected to our video sales page. So as you can see here, we'll go through and I'll just show you a quick setup of the link that you're going to need to set up. So you just come up here, you'll go to create new link. Now what I do with my ClickFunnels account is I have it on my hosting account, which you can get a plugin for. So as you can see here on my website, I have the ClickFunnels and I have all my different funnels that I run through there. So what I actually do is you see my Bing funnel there. If I go to view page, it will bring up the first page of the funnel. Once it loads. So that's just set up to my home page because that's where I run the majority of my traffic from. So it will come in there, and that is what you're going to use as your link. Now, if you do decide that you don't want to, I don't know what's going on with that. If you do decide that you just want to run it normally, there will be a link inside of ClickFunnels that you will be able to use as well in there. So, and you can just have it hosted by ClickFunnels. So either way is right. If you do want to jump on and set it up through your hosting and have it hosted on your account, just go to the back office in ClickFunnels in the integrations there, and it'll show you a WordPress download that you can set that up for. So we'll come in here, rotators is where the thank you page goes to. So as you can see, I have my Bing thank you page set up here. Now the Bing thank you page is just set up to go to one URL. Now you can split test different sales pages if you have them. At the moment I use Max VSL for that. And there's a lot of other ways we can get into it. As I said, we'll dive more into that where we can get into some CPA things and everything. But for this video, it's just your basic setup. There will be links below this. As I said, if you want to do more training, I do a couple of $97 1-hour training courses where I go over that with you. And then there's also a $297 done for you full system where I'll come in and I'll set up a couple of campaigns for you, which is going to generate enough money up front to pay for your traffic costs, which means all your traffic costs are going to be free. So if you're running something like Digital Altitude and you're running a $1 trial, you're going to be able to pick up 4 or 5 $1 trials per day basically for nothing because you're covering your traffic costs on the front. So if I was to create a new rotator, all I would do is come here, create new rotator, save it to whatever you want. So if you wanted to save it to BizOp thank you page, that's what I've already had in there, and then we'll just come into and just set it up. Just set up whatever link you like, it really doesn't matter. Now depending on which way you're going to do it, I always like to set up sequential, and with a backup URL, you can put that backup URL as anything. So it's just for the case that you're running different traffic to it and you only want to show American or something like that. So I'll just chuck one of my other links in there. You can come to show advanced. Now you can run a pop-up if you like. I don't recommend it because it does piss a few people off. What I usually do is set it to only targets below and then just go to tier 1 traffic because that's all the traffic we're going to be running to it. Mobile URL, everything else can stay the same. And then all we do is come down here and go to create rotator. Once you create rotator, it's going to come in here, which is this one here. Now you're going to notice that that is your link for the rotator, okay? So now every time somebody comes to that link, they're going to go to the link that you have set up. So what we do is we come over here, we go to add URL. Now I use Max VSL, so it will be this, and then I'll come down and I'll put Max VSL in. All countries will be fine because you already know that it's only going to be the top tier traffic that's going to it, and then simply go add URL. So now that's done, you have your URL in there. So when you come back to here, you click on the BizOp thank you page. And guys, if I'm going a little bit too fast in this, you can always pause it and go back and see it again. As I said, I'll do this with my eyes closed these days, so it's a little bit easier for me. So that is your rotator link. So straight away, you're going to come in here, you're going to select this rotator link, which I'll see, and then you're going to go back over to ClickFunnels where this is in here. And what you're going to do is you're going to change that there to the link we just copied. So that means after they come to this page, after 4 seconds, as you can see here, it's going to redirect to this URL, which is going to be your tracking URL. And that way you're going to be able to track how many people go through and make sure that the system's working for you. Then all you do is come over here and press save. And then you'll come to this link as well, and also in here you will place that same link in there so that if for some reason it doesn't redirect, if they've got pop-ups blocked, anything like that, you'll be able to come back over and they'll be able to click on this if it hasn't redirected in 5 seconds. Now what this funnel is going to do is they're going to come through the 4 pages. They're going to opt in on the page before this one, and that is going to go into your autoresponder, which is where we'll have the email follow-up set up, which you'll be able to copy over from the campaign that I set up for you. All you need to do then is just go through and change your links out. So you're getting that on the back end. And what I've found with these systems and these funnels, once you've optimized the keywords, you're getting a $1 trial for around about anywhere between $10 and $20 ad spend. Now, if you can do that, make $100 on the front end from the other traffic that we're running, you're going to be able to run that traffic for free. You're going to be able to bring in, for $100 a day, which is going to be paid for by the other traffic, you're going to be able to bring in anywhere from 5 to 10 signups for the $1 trial per day. And as we all know, the way the system converts on the back end, that will turn into a lot more sales down the track, depending on what level you're in Digital Attitude at. So that's basically the setup for that page there. So that's all we'll do there. I'm going to exit that. I'm not going to save it, obviously, because it's already done. Okay, so that is the page you're going to have set up there. Oh, the one thing I did need to show you, sorry. After you've got your link set up, so here's your link here. If you don't want to host it, sorry, I need to get back to the first page. So yeah, so your link will be up here, whatever you name it, when you copy it over to. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy that link. We're going to go back to the tracking software, and we're going to come back to links. Now when you create a link, very, very similar to how you did the other one, you're going to link it, so you might just call it DA, whatever you want to call it, DA Aspire Bing, and then you're going to come down here and put DA Aspire Bing, that's it, and the primary URL is going to be that one you've just done. Simple as that, create link. Okay, we're done. Now when you come into here, again, you're going to see the link that you need to, now that is a link that we're going to end up giving to Bing that they will track, and there is the funnel that it will go to. So as soon as you preview that, it's going to run you up to the page that we've set up, which is this one here on the very first page for them to go through. So that's the page that your traffic is going to be sent to, and when that's clicked on, it is going to track through, as you can see here. It's going to track through as a click. Once we have it all set up, you'll then be able to click on there and track your keywords as well. Okay, So that's that part of it set up. The only other thing you want to do now is you want to track your conversions. So as we go to track conversions on this link, we are going to come over to here, and you are going to go to the sales tracking. Now I leave that at 0 because it's a $1 trial, as you can see there, but that is your tracking link that you're going to put into Digital Altitude into the thing. So you'll copy this, you will come back over here, you will go to My Marketing, and again guys, this is for Digital Altitude, so if you're running a different company advertising something different, it will be slightly different obviously, but this training is mostly for my Digital Altitude guys. So what you'll come down to here, you'll go to My Pixels, and the link that you copied, just simply come down and place in this last box here. That way when a sale does come off, back over here, it's going to show in the sales section here, and it will then show you a percentage of how much you've done. As we set up the CPC, all that sort of stuff, you'll be able to go all through that and set it all up. So that is how we set that side of things up. So that's your tracking done and pretty much your page set up. So now everything that comes through there will be done. The only other thing you can do if you want to track your opt-ins, which is always a good idea, is we can come back to this page here. On the thank you page, we can track the opt-in. So as you can see there, 0 visitors because it's a new page. So we'll go back to edit page. Back over here, and again with the track conversions link, you can go to that. Now this time it's going to be an action, not a sales tracking code. So last time we got the sales tracking code to see when that comes through. Now we're going to come through and get an action tracking pixel. So all we're going to do is copy that, and then we're going to come back over to here. We're going to go back into our JavaScript HTML, and as you can see here, it has that exact code. So all you would do is you'll place that code here. So your first code, that does not need to be in there, I'll place it in there after anyway. So your first code in there is going to be your tracking code to track the opt-ins, and the second one will be the redirect. Again guys, all this sort of stuff I'm going to have ready for you if you have joined my team. So it's all going to be available. It will be sent to you in an email, and literally just going to be a copy and paste everything for you guys, step by step, straight through as you just come back and refer to this video. And also you will also have the one free call with me where we'll go through and set a campaign up. If you're not in my team and you want to whole and solely just set a campaign up, you can pay the $97 and we will do that 1 hour call. If not, then you can have a full funnel set up for you. I can do all this for you. Once you get all your accounts set up, I can go into your back offices, set everything up for a one-time fee of $297, and that also gives you a free 1 hour call a week later, so we can log back in there on a Skype call and go through the results and see how we can improve it. So on that sort of things, you've got everything set up. You've got your tracking link set up, you've got your testing set up, so you know that where your opt-ins are going to be coming from, you know then where your sales are going to be coming from, which is very, very important when we're going to go to scaling and go from there. Okay, you've got your Digital Altitude link set up there, so you know your sales are going to come through. The only other thing we need to do in here is to set up the integration. Now that's very, very simple. All you need to do is go to Account, go to Integrations. Now that'll bring up a couple of different options. As you can see, I've already got my GetResponse account set up. All you need to do then is just go to Add New Integration. It'll give you an option. You call it whatever you like. Obviously, I just call mine GetResponse. You come to the drop down here. It will be GetResponse, and it will ask you for the API key. To get the API key, we just come over to GetResponse. We go to My Account, and then we just come to Integrations. Now on the left hand side of this page, when it opens up, we're going to have API and OAuth. All we need to do then is get this default API, copy it, which says down there copied, and then we just come back to ClickFunnels, and then we just paste it straight in there. That's it, create integration. It will set up the page, no problems whatsoever. And then when we are going into our funnel to set it up, you come back into here, set up, you come back into here. Now guys, this is a lot of backwards and forwards. As I said, you might need to go through this video a couple of times just to make sure that you've got everything. What I'll do is try to set it up. What I'll do is watch the video, then try to set it up with the video, and then I'd go through the video one more time, just make sure everything's set up. So coming to step 3, which is where they're going to opt in. I'm going to come down and edit page. Okay, so when we come to the opt-in button here, as you can see, similar work from home. Now you can edit any of this you like. I just find that these pages work pretty well. All you need to do then is come up to email, and you just need to integrate this. So you'll come down to this page here. You'll go to get response, which you've already set up integration. You want to add them to a campaign, and then whatever lists you have set up and the campaigns you have set up over in here, which is basic, you'll have that set up. Again, if you need any of that sort of stuff done, it will be all set up for you in a done for you campaign. But I've got the 2 different campaigns that I have set up here. So we will come back over to the ClickFunnels, and that will go to, obviously because we're going to be running the Bing, so we'll go into the BizOp Bing, and now it says connected, done, dusted. We save that. And that is it. So that is your whole funnel set up. You've now got your tracking set up. They're going to go into your opt-in emails. You're going to have the copy of those emails to send out when they first come into the autoresponder. And as I said, depending on which sort of traffic we're going to run and what sort of campaign we set up, it's going to be all different to the first couple of emails they get to be tailored around that traffic that we are running. Emails are set up, your Digital Attitude link is set up, your ClickMagick tracking links are set up. Now it's just a matter of setting up a Bing campaign. So now we come over, you're going to set up your campaign. We're going to go to a search campaign. Now you can name this anything you like just so you can keep track of it. So to start with, we're going to set this one up as Aspire, and it's going to be broad. Now what I would do is start the traffic off at $5 to $10 a day. If you are trying to look for optimized keywords, if you're in my team and I've sent you the optimized keywords already, I would suggest setting this at around about $50 a day and setting it at accelerated so it can run as fast as we can. Now what I do, you then come down here, you go to selected, and then we're just going to run the top 5 countries. So you're going to do Australia, you're going to come down and do New Zealand, sorry, Canada as well, and then all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to do the UK and US. Okay, now very, very important step, make sure that you change this to people in your targeted location, otherwise it will send it out to everyone. Now the text add in here is where we're going to add our text. Now again, with the guys that have come in on my team or that are getting the done for you funnel set up for it, you will get my ad copy that is converting at the best. For now we're just going to set up this, so it'll be make money online today. I always use capitals in the first letters and that kind of stuff, and then down here you would just put anything in there to try to get their attention. Now the headline is going to be the thing that's going to get their attention the most, but you can come down here and then you just put something like legit ways to make money from home online. Okay, now for the URLs. We're going to come back to the tracking. We're going to click on our tracking link that we're going to do. We're going to copy this over because this is going to be our destination URL. Now we're going to place this into here. Okay, now so we can track the keywords, after the end of this link we're going to put / bracket keyword and then close bracket. Now that's going to track what keyword the guys are chasing from when we enter the keywords down here. Now display URL. Now, as you can see, the display URL is in here. Now the reason that I recommend that you get hosting or you redirect your page is because Bing are very, very strict. So as you can see on this one, I've got the clickfunnels.com. Now that link there is going to be too long to actually fit into Bing. Whereas when I have this one set up here, I have it set up just to go to my hosting account. So you have your pages linked up to that. So that then there is going to be the display URL. They need to be as close to as possible. So now when Bing goes through and checks the campaign, they're going to check that. They're going to see where it goes to. They're going to notice that it goes to that one there, and they're going to be like, yep, no worries, we can run traffic to that, no problems. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is you need to add your keywords. Now I'm going to have underneath this list. Now this is the keywords that we're going to run. Now we've got ad group 1, ad group 2, ad group 3. Now for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to set up this one. So what we're going to do is select all of those, and we're just going to copy those ones over. We're going to come back to Bing Ads, and we're going to paste them into here. Get rid of those top ones. Okay, and then it's just a matter of going to add. Now it's going to add all the keywords over here. Now don't worry too much about this. We're going to come back and change this after we set this campaign up. I'm going to come to save. It's going to ask you for the max amount of bids. Now I found the maximum for the thing is 32 cents US. Is about optimized, and it's good for testing and things like that. Once we have optimized those keywords, and again, if you've got the keywords from me, we're going to run that at about 37 cents a click. Now that doesn't mean that you're going to pay 37 cents a click, it just means it's the maximum you'll pay. The account itself will actually run down at around about, usually at about 30 cents a click, just because of how we have the keywords set up. And then we come down and we click save. Okay, now there's still a few more things we want to do. Again, if you're running my campaign, there's not too much split testing involved, but if you are not running that campaign, then you are going to have to test a few things. So we're going to pause this. Okay, because we are going to eventually run different ad groups, as you can see here, this was the Make Money Online ad group, so we are just going to change this to Make Money Online. So that will be that, and then when we have the other campaigns set up, you're going to have work from home and paid surveys, and you're going to be able to track all those keywords coming in through the backlink on tracking here. Okay, so the next thing to do is to come across to ads. Now when we're setting up ads, we want to set up 3 to 5 to split test. Again, I've got 2 ads that convert really, really well with this page that my team members and anybody that does the pays the done for you system will have. So we'll end up just coming to here. All you'll do when you get into this one, you just click save and create another, and then all you need to do is come in here, make money online, you know, $50 an hour or something like that. $50 an hour. Okay, and then save and create another, and you might want to change this one to work from home opportunity. It doesn't quite fit. Work from home jobs. And then you go save, and then you'll have three different ad there that you're going to be able to test and see where the most traffic's coming from when it comes through to it. Come over to keywords. Now with the keywords, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all these. Now as you can see, we've got 218 keywords in here. You're going to mark all of them. We're going to come down to edit, and we're going to change the current bid types. Now we want all of these to be the same as what we set up last time. So we want these to be set at 32 cents also. So we're going to come back in here and we're going to save that. Just take a second, and then you should see the bid price down here. It should all change over to 32 cents once it refreshes, once it's been done, which is there, done, 32 cents. That's our campaign. Our campaign's set up. We can now come back to campaigns, and we can now start that campaign live. So we go to enabled. Now what you're going to find is, now that is enabled, when you come back over here, you're going to refresh this page. You will see some, what they call, usually when you first set it up, a few of the fake clicks or filtered clicks coming through. That is just the bots that are coming from Bing just to test it out. Now they don't test it out obviously on each case. They send their traffic bots out just to make sure that it is all set up, that it is all right and everything like that. So that is the basic setup on that side of it. Now there will be a few more videos coming out for this, and as I said, you've got the done for you campaigns and everything in the video underneath. This is just a rough start just for you to get an idea of how it's going to work. Eventually I'm going to break this up into 3 or 4 videos, and I'm going to have it on a membership site for you guys that come in that will get access, or if you want to get the account set up for you, then there'll be a $297 charge. What I'll do is I'll jump on a half-an-hour call with you. You then send me all your details over for all the accounts that I need to get into. Within 24 hours, I set those accounts up fully. I go through, I copy the funnels over, I'll do the email follow-up setup, I'll do the tracking for you. I'll do the campaigns and everything for you. We'll get that running within 24 hours. You'll hear from me either on Facebook or email, whichever's easiest for you guys. It will then be set up, ready to go, and then 5 to 7 days later, we will set up another 45 to 60 minute call where I'll jump on a call with you. You'll share your screen, and we'll go through the results and see what we can do to improve them if they need improving. You will find that the Done For You campaign probably will never need to be touched, and you'll just see the accounts coming in. On top of that, we've got a few CPA things that we can get into as well that is included as a bonus with that $297 Done For You. So yeah, apart from that, everything else is pretty set up. As I said, this is pretty basic, and it will get a lot more in depth and a lot more complex as we go through the training a little bit more. But this is a bit rushed, as you know, with the my laptop having a few issues and everything. So look, just go through this, roughly set up everything that you think is right, and about this time tomorrow, probably a little bit earlier, if we can get on before that Exodus call, I will jump on with you for an hour, and we'll go through and we'll set up the campaign and everything ready to go. This is a message just for you. Obviously, it's going to be cut out of the rest of the video when I set this up for my other guys. But this video is pretty much personally just for you. So that's why it's a bit of a quick run through. You've obviously got a bit of a grasp on what you need to do. I will when we set up everything tomorrow, I will send you everything that you need. So I'm going to send you the ad copy. I'm going to send you the keywords that we need to run. I'm going to send you everything that you need to get started and get up and running as promised when we discussed that the other day. So I don't need this anymore now. I'm going to set up my own one. Okay, mate, too easy. I will talk to you soon. Let me know if there's any issues with anything. I'm going to be available for about another 10 hours before my flight today. And then I'll be able to contact you as soon as I land, as long as the Wi-Fi is okay in the airport in China that I'm at. I've got a 4-hour stop over there, so just in time to get on a call with you for an hour, set all this up. We can then do the Exodus call, and then over the weekend, once I get my head around this YouTube stuff, we'll jump on another call, maybe on Sunday or Monday, and we'll see if we can get you set up with that. As you know, just make sure you just go through the group and check out all this new stuff on Exodus. I recommend you grabbing that new product that the guys brought out today. I've just downloaded all. There's like 22 hours of audio there, so my flight's set now. I'll be listening to that the whole of my 2 flights. The Done For You campaigns are going to come out of that with the free book on the front end. It's going to allow us to really scale this. They're going to give us some Facebook ad training inside of that, and obviously working with me on this Bing side of things, we're going to be able to generate an absolute shitload of leads every single day, bringing them in, picking up a few $50 commissions on the way, using that money to pay for our Done For You campaigns. And there's no reason in the next 60 to 90 days you're not seeing $3,000 to $5,000 a week rolling through just Exodus. And as long as these campaigns keep going with Digital Attitude, there's no reason why you're not pumping that at a couple of grand a week as well. All right, mate, I'll leave you with that. I think that's all we needed to do anyway. As I said, just go through, watch it, get an idea of what we're going to do, and then you and I will sit down and do it properly tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully this helps, and it should be able, at least this way you can get your links set up. You can get the WordPress set up for ClickFunnels. You can get your integrations and everything set up. So then basically when we come in, we can hit the ground running and just smash it out in half hour, 45 minutes tomorrow. All right, bro, I'll talk to you soon. See you, mate. Bye.